Hospitality Talk Show that everybody's been talking about. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Monday. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Today is Tuesday. I'm a day off. What the heck is wrong with me? Happy Tuesday. You know, and this is live, right? So I can't just like back up and say, you know what? Okay, take two. No, this is live. So if I make a mistake, darn, I'm sorry. Sue me. Anyway, today is Tuesday, October 17th, 2023, and we're live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube, right? So this is On Air with Russell of Hotel. So if it's 1 o'clock somewhere or 4 o'clock if you're on the East Coast, you're on the right show. This is it. So as you can see, just real quick before I do my intro, this is the Mohegan Sun Hotel Entertainment Center Convention Center in what is it called? Unksville, Connecticut. Okay, which is right outside of Rhode Island, right? So from the Rhode Island airport, I want to say it's 55 miles. So probably take about an hour, give or take. But so this is where I stayed. This is my hotel room. It was actually a suite, right? So they hooked this up. So thank you so much, Destination East. And but anyway, this talk show, it's a live hospitality talk show. This is just in case this is the first time you actually tuned in, so you guys can make chats. Let me open up the chat box here, so you guys can feel free to, it's all about engagement, right? So say hey, say what's going on, say who you are, where you're located, and I'll make sure I put your comments in real time on the screen so the whole world can see. So before I get to the show, we're going to do the intro and then we'll be right back. Okay, so be patient with me. Hopefully, I hit the right buttons because I've been kind of, all over the place. It's amazing how much stuff you got to do, when you're a one man show, right? And every week I make a mistake. Okay, I'm not learning. So, but anyway, let me do the intro and we will be right back.
Welcome to On Air with Russell of Hotels, where we talk about everything hospitality, from hotels to influencers and everything in between. We will feature guest interviews with hospitality professionals who will share their experiences. Your host, Russell Edmond, has spent over 25 years in the hospitality industry, beginning his career with Marriott International in hotel operations before moving into the sales arena and becoming a relationship building director of sales and marketing. Russell then went to the other side as a hospitality entrepreneur. He now consults in the hotel and meeting space, which includes being the CEO of Russell of Hotels Group. Did I mention he was a veggie foodie? Yes. Russell is always looking for good non-meat eats. Please welcome your host, Russell Edmond.
Okay, I'm back. Hey, Russell of Hotels, going live for, what is it called? On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show. It's a digital show. It's a podcast. It's all those things rolled up into one. So when this is over, it is a traditional podcast where there's the audio portion only. So I'm recording it as we're doing this live show, right? So you can always take me on the go, right? So it's on Spotify. So if you want to upload it from Spotify, that would be great. Thank you so much. I see Jasmine, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Jasmine Vias. Thank you so much for tuning in. It says nice touch with hotel tour in your background. You know what? I tried, Jasmine. I'm just trying to do it right. So Jasmine must be joining on YouTube because it's not on, for whatever reason, it's not coming up on my screen. I'm actually looking at my phone. But anyway, so if it comes up on my screen, I can put it on the screen so everyone can see it. But for whatever reason, you are somewhere else, Jasmine, but that's okay. I appreciate you being here. So I'm going to give you a shout out regardless. So, but anyway, once again, this is the Mohegan Sun Hotel out there in Connecticut. Beautiful hotel, casino, entertainment center, resorts, all that kind of stuff, everything that goes along with that. So before I get into, what we're going to talk about, I got a brand sponsor, so I got to jump over. And Level Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, they're my brand sponsor, right? They're a hotel they're a hotel, but they, as far as long-term stay, if you have a long-term stay, like 5 rooms, 5 days or more, this is great for that. Why? You may ask, because they have full kitchens, they have washers and dryers, they have separate 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites, right? And all the rooms have balconies, so you can't beat that, right? So just go stayinglevel.com. That's their that's their website, and use the promo code ROH23, which stands for Russell of Hotels 23, right? 23 meaning the year 2023. And you'll get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's a prevailing rate, but it's going to be the lowest rate that you can get. So, but always, no matter where you stay, even if you stay at the Mohegan Sun, make sure you book direct, okay? Don't go through third parties, just book direct. That's going to be the best rate you can ever get. I don't care what anyone says, okay? So, but anyway, that's our sponsor. So before, I get into kind of what we're going to talk about. Because every show has a topic that I talk about, just in case people have not joined here before or listened to me before or whatever. So this is a live hospitality talk show. So I talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the challenging of this thing we call the hospitality industry, which we all love, right? Everybody, we love the hospitality industry. Oh my God, we didn't know what to do during COVID. We're back together. We're meeting. We're hugging. We're doing all those things. That's what the people are saying. At least the hotel salespeople, right? And quick shout out. Okay, that just led me to something else. Quick shout out to everyone that's at IMEX in Vegas. I wasn't able to make it, but shout out to everybody that's there that I know, or just shout out to everybody in general. I know you guys are having a good time. I know there's a lot of business being done. There's thousands of people that are there in Vegas. So you guys are invading Vegas and doing a good job. I've seen some things that have been posted on LinkedIn. So shout out to everybody. Let's see. I want a quick shout out to Doug Caldwell. Doug Caldwell out there he's in Vegas now, but he represents the Atlantis Hotel in the Bahamas, right? So he had invited me to go to I think they were having a dinner on Wednesday night, but I told him I wasn't sure if I was going to be there. Well, I'm not there, so I'm not going to be there, but I appreciate the invitation, Doug. And, next time, we got to do it next time. I know it's always next time, right? But I just couldn't make it. I was out last week, and I have another trip. I'm actually doing something later on this week, and then I have another trip the week after. So, I can't be taking all these darn trips. Like, you get tired, you know what I mean? So you got to do some work when you get home, get back to the office and all that kind of stuff. But no, shout out to everybody at IMEX. So wish I was there. But anyway, this is the Mohegan Sun. So you always want to give people the vitals. What are the vitals of that particular hotel? What are you talking about, the vitals, Russell? What does that mean? Well, that's how many rooms. How many rooms does this hotel have? 1,600. Okay. How many meeting rooms within that 1,600 rooms? How many meeting rooms are there? 40. I want to say that's 46. My glasses, and I broke my glasses, right? My reading glasses. I broke my glasses while I was in whatever, so I gotta get some new ones. So no, that's 49. Excuse me, 49 meeting rooms, and then the meeting space is 275,000 square feet of meeting space. So when I say entertainment center, they have a concert venue. In fact, Lauryn Hill was in concert. Lauryn Hill and the Fugees were in concert on the Friday after we had left, so I didn't get a chance to go. But they have casinos. And when I say casinos, I want to say there's 6 separate casinos within this building, and it's a sprawling place, right? And there's 33 restaurants in there. I mean, it's very nice, and it's not over the top like Vegas would be, right? So it's a casino, right? But it's not over the top, and you know how Vegas is just extremely opulent and just out there and all that stuff and glitz and glamour and all that. Well, you don't get that kind of feeling. So you get a good kind of vibe. You get a better vibe of spending your money or giving your money away at the Mohegan Sun casino than I would in Vegas. You know what I mean? So, but no, it's cool though. It is very nice, and I thank them for the suite and everything else they gave. So, okay, moving forward. So, going into the topic today, I did this video earlier today, right? I think I put it on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. So I'm going to show you a part of it. This is going to lead to whatever the conversation I'm going to talk about today. So I want to show you this video first, and I may have to show it twice, but I just want you to see it. And I cut it off, and it cuts off purposely, okay? But just take a list. Just take a look at it.
It's Russell of Hotels, and it's Tuesday. What does that mean? It means at 1 p.m. On Air with Russell of Hotels is live on YouTube and LinkedIn. So please join me and engage.
So the cutoff was, it kind of abruptly cut off. He was just that person. I was just saying, join me for engagement. Just come on the show, watch the show, and engage. That's how it stopped, right? So I put some music on the back of it and did a video. Okay, but can you tell the difference? Okay, I'm gonna show it one more time.
Hey, it's Russell of Hotels, and it's Tuesday. What does that mean? It means at 1 p.m. On Air with Russell of Hotels is live on YouTube and LinkedIn. So please join me and engage.
Please join me and engage. Okay, that's what it's supposed to say, and that's how it's supposed to say. So please join me and engage. Okay, that's AI. Okay, so everybody's talking about AI, artificial intelligence, right? So that's a snippet of what AI would look like. That's me, right? But that is AI, right? I did the video, meaning I did the script for that video, right? But that was not me. I mean, it was me because that's my likeness, but that was not me. Okay, that wasn't my voice. Okay, but that was my face, right? So what you do is, what is it called? NewGen. What is it called? I want to say it's called NewGen, the name of the company that did this. So newgen.com. So basically, you do a 2-minute video, right? And then it'll you want to make sure you're looking at the camera. You want to make sure your eyes are open and all that stuff. And it takes over from there. So it literally, once you do that video, it literally takes, as long as it takes you to do the script, and then you upload it to their site, and then they send it back to you within 10 minutes, and it's done, right? So it could have been longer, but the thing of it is with AI, and this is a non-paid subscription to this NewGen or whatever it's called, right? It's unpaid, meaning I don't pay for this. This is free, right? So I would think that if you pay for it, it would, it'd be a lot better. Maybe the voice would be a lot more like mine. I'm not sure, but just as an example, I mean, it looks pretty good, right? But it's just not me, right? I showed it to someone else a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, they didn't even know that it wasn't me. I'm like, I said, that's not me, right? He said, what do you mean? I said, that's AI. That's AI? I said, yeah, that's AI. Okay, that was not me. Okay, that's not my voice. Unless I'm sick and now I'm talking like that. But that's not me. That's a, artificial intelligence. It's a fake me. Okay. So, but anyway, but just so you know, this is me, right? Right here. This is me. I am here. But yeah, so let me just show it one more time.
It's Russell of Hotels, and it's Tuesday. What does that mean? It means at 1 p.m. On Air with Russell of Hotels is live on YouTube and LinkedIn. So please join me and engage.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. But anyway, so that leads me to what my topic for today is. Boom. Okay, how is AI enhancing the hotel guest experience? Because that's what it's all about, right? So, people are getting up in arms of AI is taking over and all this and that. Well, you need someone to manage the AI or to set it up, right? Although I can do that one video and send that to thousands of people via email or whatever, you still have to set it up. You still have to do it. If you had a whole list, and what you can do is you can have a whole list of voices too. And you can click, I don't want this voice. I want that voice. Okay. I want a deeper voice, that you can do that. You can do all those things and put it with that person, that avatar, so to speak. That's what it is, an avatar. So I did the avatar. So the avatar is me, but the voice is not me. And, the actions and all that, I guess that's what I was doing during the video. But, it doesn't read your inflection. So it takes some practice on my part, as well as I'm sure as the paid version is probably a little bit more realistic. Okay. So I'm going to pay and see exactly what's the difference. But yeah, so they give you steps and tips on how to, create the inflections, or how to, to stop or to pause at a comma and things like that. So I'm learning just like it's learning me. So, but that is AI, and look for more of that, right? Look for more of that in the world, and look for more of that from me, because I'm interested to see how this whole thing is going to pan out. Who's using AI, who's not, what's AI and what's not. But anyway, how is AI enhancing the hotel guest experience? Okay, so I got like 10 things that I want to go through over real quickly. And as you can see, everything on the backdrop, or every scene that I change, because these are scenes, right? Everything that I go from screen to screen or scene to scene is going to be the Mohegan Sun or Mystic, Connecticut. And I'll explain more about that as I get to, a video or whatever. But this is still at the Mohegan Sun. This is the first night when we did, it was a opening reception, dinner, things like that, music, and getting to know people. And this was they were doing outside. They were doing s'mores, right? So I thought that was kind of cool, right? So I'm like, hey, let me take a picture of that, and let me get a little video of that. So people are eating out there, and then they got a little s'mores kit, and they can go out there and do whatever you do. To be honest with you, I've never done a s'more before. I guess because I don't know what kind of chocolate it is, and I don't really like hot marshmallows. I don't like hot melted marshmallows. So I've never eaten a s'more before. Is that right? Okay. Anyway, okay. So the first one, chatbots and virtual assistants. So this is basically we're talking about how AI is enhancing hotels, or how it can. And a lot of these things are already in place. You probably just didn't know this was considered as AI. Chatbots and virtual assistants. Many hotels use AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants to provide quick response to guest inquiries. Guests can ask questions, make reservations, request services, and get recommendations through messaging apps or voice-activated devices in their room. So yeah, this is happening already. So this is not anything, well, it can be new to certain people, but it's been happening for a while, where you can call a hotel and you get those frequently asked questions, what can I help you with? Push 1 for reservations, push 2 for this, or for all other questions, push 5. Push 5, what do you have questions about? Say reservations, say, billing, or whatever. You say reservations. Okay, we're going to transfer you to reservations. And then you go into a reservation, like, what date did you want? And then you give them the date and all that kind of stuff. All that is AI. Okay, so that's a form of AI. AI, a lot of people just think it's going to be robots is taking over. Well, I guess robots in a sense, but it's not robots like, CP3O and R2D2, although there are some like that, like at least the R2D2, what, I can't even say the name. But I'm going to get into talking about that one in a minute, because there is something that's out there that is similar to, Star Wars or whatever. So chatbot and virtual assistants. The second one is, what does that say? Oh, that's what I do. Oh, I must have went backwards. What am I doing here? The second one is personalized recommendations. AI algorithms analyze guest preferences and behaviors to provide personalized recommendations for dining, entertainment, and activities both on and off the hotel property. This enhances the guest experience by tailoring suggestions to their individual tastes. So there's certain things that will give recommendations based on whatever your preferences are. So the AI is going to start taking, if it's not taking information from like your profile, like say you're a Marriott Bonvoy member, or a Hilton Honors, or a Worldwide or Hyatt or whatever, IHG or whatever. Say you're a member of one of those whatever frequent stay programs. They'll start taking information from that, right? And they will, based on what you wanted, or based on what your preferences are, it will take that stuff, compile it in some type of system, and it will start giving you suggestions and things like that. If I don't eat meat, right? Oh, here are some vegan restaurants that are in the area of the hotel. Oh, what? Huh? What? And these can come to your phone, right? So they're based on when you check in, and it's taking all your preferences and all that stuff. It's compiling information. And then some hotels you can communicate via, text with your iPhones or whatever, right? You can communicate with the hotel when you check in, because they already have your phone number in there. If you have issues, you can text, and it's texting somebody in the back room, right? They're taking information out, and they're basically extraditing it to whatever department, right? So that's what they're doing, right? That's what's happening with AI. So so when you check in, And because some people are like, well, how do they even know that? Well, if you're a member, like I said, I gave an example of Bonvoy or whatever, a lot of that information is put into a system, and the system is, attached to your cell phone number. Okay, so just letting you know, if you didn't know that, now you know. Those are things that are happening now. And this is happening now. So this is not something that, oh, we got to wait for. Oh, I don't want this to happen. I don't want to sign up for that. Well, no, it's already happening. And guess what? You've already signed up for it. Did I say you can make comments? I mean, feel free to make your comments. I think Jasmine, she made a comment earlier, but feel free to make comments if you're there. Number 3, check in and out. AI-enabled self-service kiosk and mobile apps streamline the check-in and check-out processes. Guests can arrive, access room key, and leave without needing to wait in line at the front desk, making their stay more convenient and efficient. Yeah, you don't have to go to the front desk if you don't want to. Some hotels you still do. Some of the ones that are maybe a little bit behind the times, but most of your major brand hotels, you do not have to go to the front desk if you don't want. And if you have the app on your phone, they'll program it's basically program your room key through your phone. So you can access, you can unlock your key once you unlock your door. You can use your phone like the key. Am I saying that right? Yeah. So you can go up to the front, go up to your room. I'm in room 220. Okay. Just go up to 220, get next to it, and then, and unlock it. Click. Like, oh my God, I got in. I didn't have to go to the front desk. So yeah, so that stuff is happening. I've experienced that at I don't know, 5, 6, 7 hotels or whatever in the last. And this is before. See, the thing of it is, people think because of COVID, all this stuff happened. Well, this is happening before. Okay, so don't think this is something. Oh, because of COVID. No, we started pushing it more. It's available now. Throw it in your face because of COVID. But this stuff had already been happening. So don't think it's all because of COVID this happened. No, this was already coming. The virtual check-ins was already here. The keyless entry to your room was already here. The the QR code menus were already here. It's just that people didn't want to do it. They got lazy, complacent, and now that you have to do it, you got no choice. You just got to do it, right? So yeah, so no. So some of this stuff is old, but it may be new to you, which is fine. Number 4, voice control. Some hotels integrate voice-activated AI systems in guest rooms. These systems allow guests to control room features like lighting, temperature, and entertainment using voice commands, enhancing convenience and comfort. Just like, what is it called? I have it, what's her name? Siri or, I can't think of her name. Alexa. Alexa, yeah. So Alexa, do this. Alexa, do that. Alexa, turn on the light. Alexa, turn on the alarm. Whatever. It's the same thing. It's just that it's in a hotel, right? So if you already have Alexa or you use Siri on your phone, it's the same thing, right? That is all AI, okay? And you can change the voices, just like, you can change the voices on Alexa and Siri. It can be a British person or whatever, however you want them to talk, they'll talk to you. So that's all part of AI. So a lot of hotels, you can turn down the temperature of the room. It's at 74. Turn it to 68. I want to be freezing up in here. You know what I mean? So you can do that in your room, or turn the TV off, turn the TV on, whatever. And a lot of newer hotels, depending on the brand, they have an iPad next to the bed where you can do things from there as well. So that's all part of this whole thing, this scary thing that people, they think it's scary, this thing called AI, right? So it's already happening. It's already here. It's just that maybe some hotels are taking it to they're taking it to another level. Number 5, room service and housekeeping requests. AI-powered apps or in-room devices enable guests to request room service or housekeeping with a simple voice command or a few taps on their smartphone, reducing response times and improving service efficiency. Yeah, it's only as good as the people that are behind it, though. Just remember that, right? It ain't a robot back there that's doing everything, right? It's actually going to a real person, and that real person has to contact another real person to make it happen. Okay, so yeah, it should be efficient. It should be quicker. It should be all these things. But remember, it's not 100% AI. AI may be helping, enhancing, but it's not doing everything. So, I think that's the thing that we need to realize, is that you still need people behind there to get these requests done, right? AI, there's not, robots, and this ain't Star Wars. They're not, let's call up the stormtrooper. They're going to do security. No, these are real people that are doing this stuff, right? So, but it can speed up the process, right? It can get to a person quicker, and then hopefully, you get taken care of quicker, right? So it's all about that guest enhanced experience, right? And that's what you want. You want a better experience. Number six, was that say? I don't know why I put things that are light. This is security. Okay, I put lighter font and I can't even see it. Why would I do that? But anyway, it's security and surveillance. AI-based video analytics enhance hotel security by detecting unusual or suspicious behavior and alerting staff to potential security threats, creating a safer environment for guests. There you go. Hey, I'm all about safety and security, right? So if that's AI, that's a good thing, right? So yeah, there's a lot more cameras in hotels for the most part. In fact, if you don't see cameras, maybe they're doing a good job of hiding them, but I wouldn't stay there if I didn't see a lot of cameras around these days. And they could be hiding, but I would rather see the ones like in the corner, in the hallways, things like that. Definitely you don't want them in your room, okay? So that would be invasion of privacy. So if you go into your room and you see cameras in there, they're evident in there, no, don't stay there, okay? That's not good. So no, not a good thing at all. So they should be in public areas. They should be in hallways. They shouldn't even be in the restaurant. They should be going in the restaurant, but not in the restaurant, right? Watching you do your business. That's not how it should be. Okay, but definitely public areas, walkways, things like that. So just be careful about that. And make sure if there's something that you don't agree with, let the people know. Let the front desk or let the general manager know. Ask for the GM. Say, hey, I see a camera that's that's in my room. You need to come check this out. Okay. So no, that's a no. Number 7, language translation. Now that's a great one, right? AI-driven translation services can help bridge language barriers. Guests can use mobile apps or devices that provide real-time translation, making communication with staff and locals easier. That's what I'm talking about, right? So no matter where you are, you can have, in fact, your phone does it. Google does that, so that's a good thing, right? So you want language translation. So that's a good one. Number 8, sustainability and energy efficiency. AI can help hotels reduce energy consumption by optimizing heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, HVAC systems, and lighting. These energy-saving measures not only benefit the environment, but can also lead to cost savings that can hopefully be passed on to the guests. You know what I mean? So hopefully, yeah, if the hotel's saving money, that means they push that on to the guests, and hopefully the guests can save money as well. Does that always happen? I don't know, but hopefully that that's a wave of the future. There's something that in the future is going to come because of that. Because it's being more efficient. The building's being more efficient, so which means their costs are going down, which means your rates won't go up as high, or maybe they won't charge you that that service fee, or what is it called? Resort fee, or whatever the different fees that come up. I don't know if that's going to help, but it should, in theory, it should, right? But we'll see. Contactless payment. AI-enabled payment systems facilitate contactless payments and checkouts, reducing physical contact and providing a convenient and secure payment process for the guests. Yeah, you don't have to you don't have to show up at the front desk for them to take your money. Okay, yeah. So I guess that's a good thing. Yeah. I don't have to see the money changing hands, right? It just happens digitally. So yeah, that's a good thing. Anytime that you can reduce contact with the front desk, that's a good thing. You don't have to stand in line. The whole society is based on standing in line, right? Southwest Airlines, they perfected standing in line. You know what I mean? Even when you're not supposed to stand in line, people stand in line. You know what I mean? So no, if I can avoid one more line, that's what I'm going to do. So contactless payment, or I'm all for that. Check in without check in without going to a front desk and all that stuff. That's what you want. At least that's what I want. So I welcome that. And the last one, Food and beverage automation. Now, this is a good one. Okay, food and beverage automation. Some hotels use AI-powered robots to serve food and drinks in restaurants or deliver room service orders. These robots can be entertaining for guests and can also enhance efficiency. They can be entertainment. Yeah, they're definitely entertainment. Yeah, I've seen hotels do this. I've also seen just freestanding restaurants that do it. In fact, the first, I think, robot that I saw was at it was a dim sum restaurant, right? So you would put your order in with a real person. The food would come out from a robot, right? And the robot is like a R2D2 robot, right? So, but it doesn't have arms, so they don't want you taking things out of it. So there's still the server's going to be there to take it out and explain what this food is, right? Though this is this is that. This is the vegan one, this is the veggie one, and whatever. This one has mushrooms in it. Whatever it is, right? They're there to explain that. But before let's just say that the server is maybe 10 seconds behind the robot, right? The robot will say things to you, right? So, and it's kind of funny, right? Make jokes or whatever. So that's the entertaining part of it. And just to see the whole thing that the food comes out with a robot is entertaining because we don't see that often, right? So yeah, does it enhance your experience? Yeah, because you go out and tell people. So when that happened, when we went to this restaurant, a dim sum restaurant, yeah, I told probably 20 people about it, right? And how many people did they tell? And some people actually went to the restaurant because they wanted to experience it for themselves. So yeah, so that's what you want. You want to create some type of buzz. I took pictures, I post everything, right? So I posted it and all this, and people were like, oh my God, that's kind of cool. Oh, how cute, a little robot serving food, that kind of stuff. So, but like I said, is it taking the place of somebody? Because that's our biggest fear is that, well, they're not going to need me because robots are going to take over. I remember back in the day when we were kids, they were saying that we're not going to be driving cars anymore. We're going to be like the Jetsons. We're going to be flying, space cars or flying saucers and all that stuff. Did that ever happen? No. So, no, I think it's all about enhancing your experience. It's not about taking over anyone's job because someone needs to program this stuff. So if you're not up on AI, start reading up on AI because it's a thing of the future, or it's a thing right now. It's not of the future, it's here. So you need to be well versed in what's going on. If you're up on top of things, maybe you'll be the one running, AI in a certain location or whatever. So I don't look at it as being a threat. I think of it as it's an opportunity to enhance service wherever we are. If that's a hotel, if that's a restaurant, somewhere else in hospitality, in the world of hospitality, I think that's a good thing, right? But restaurants are using robots now. In fact, housekeeping uses robots as well. So the carts that have towels and things like that, they can be programmed from the laundry room. They stack them, and they can be programmed. Okay, go to the 10th floor. Make a right and go to this particular section. Like, I don't know, go to room 110. And it'll go to room 110. And then the housekeepers the housemen can take the clean towels off, put them on the cart, and then put the dirty ones on there and program it back to go back to the laundry room. And it will do that. So I've seen that as well, right? Hotels are using that today, right now, as we speak. So it's a good thing. That is a good thing. Now, is that going to replace anybody? Well, somebody has to put it on there, someone has to take it off, right? But if it's efficient, that's fine. You know what I mean? Because there's some lazy people out there, too, that need to be replaced by robots. Okay, I'm going to be honest, okay? There are some people that may need to be replaced by robots. I'm just keeping it 100. But anyway, so this is the living room at the Mohegan Sun. I mean, I've been going through, as I change scenes, the pictures sometimes change as well. So this is my living room. So I just want to make sure, you guys are up on whatever the heck I'm talking about. Oh, man, that was a good one right there. You guys know that was funny. Okay, so this is so we're at a function. So this was during Destination East. This was last week. It's still in Connecticut. So this is in Mystic, Connecticut, which is right outside of Unksville, which is where Mohegan Sun is. So we had a lunch here, and as you can see, I can't think what Jumi's last name is, but I met her for the first time. And she's a delightful young lady. So, but anyway, as you can see, right, no personality, and she keeps to herself, as you can see, right? So, but anyway, so we had lunch here on one of the days, and I want to say this is called Mystic Seaport Village, something like that. But it's definitely in Mystic, Connecticut, which I believe is either a county or the area. I don't think Mystic is a city. I don't think so, but I do have a magnet that says Mystic, Connecticut. So maybe it is. I don't know. There's definitely an area, definitely cool vibe. So, so yeah, it's all good. I'm just trying to, where am I? Just trying to get to where I need to be on my thing here. On my thing. Okay. So there's the three things I always talk about. Be intentional, make decisions, and take action on what's important to you. Be you. Always be you. I can only be the best Russell I could be. I can't be someone else, right? And be represented because my representation matters. Yeah. So it's important that someone that looks like me does a podcast like this or talks about hospitality or whatever, because we're everywhere, okay? So, but it's just important that people see me and say, if he can do it, I can do it, right? And that's what it's all about, right? I'm not doing anything that no one else could do. I just had enough nerve and guts to do it, right? Was it easy? Did I start off like, oh my God, this is gonna be the easiest thing in the world, doing the podcast? Yeah, maybe I thought that for about 30 seconds until the first show that I did. I'm like, oh my God, this stuff is hard, right? And my first experience was I went to a studio to do it. I don't go to a studio now. The studio's in my house. I do it now all by myself. So everything you see, everything that's done, I've done it. Now, when I just was turnkey, meaning I was paying somebody to utilize their studio, they were doing everything. And they're doing it was two of them. It was only one of me, right? It's only one of me now, right? So know what you're doing and kind of, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that, yeah, you can do it, be represented, and because your representation does matter, it matters that you do learn certain things and you're able to teach other people to do it as well, right? So now that I've amassed this, I've done 225 shows. This is number 225, right? So I've learned some things. I've gained some equipment. I know what I'm doing now. So now I can teach other people how to do these things, or I can produce, these videos and all this kind of stuff. So be intentional. So I was intentional about doing this. I always wanted to do, not always, but, since like 2019, I was coming out of 2018, going into 2019. I was like, I need to do something different to jumpstart my personal brand, right? Everybody wants to do a personal brand thing, right? So that's what I did. Well, part of that was doing this show. So I had to be intentional about it. So there you go. And I had to be me. I can't be anyone else. Other people were doing them, but I'm like, I can't be them. I can only be me. And then I said, you know what? It's important that someone that looks like me does this, because I want people that look like me to say, hey, if he can do it, I can do it. Or just anyone in general. If they say, oh, Russell can do that, what does he have that I don't have? You know what I mean? So that's fine. That's what I want. If that's motivation, hey, take that motivation and run with it. What is this one? Oh, this is a bed, right? So this is the bedroom. These are kind of some of the things that I do. I think I may have added some of this stuff. I'm the brand who helps your brand. So as you can see, I've been showing Mohegan Sun. So I'm Russell of Hotels. So I'm a brand who's representing or showcasing the Mohegan Sun brand, right? So I'm a content creator. I train salespeople on how to sell, or GMs on how to sell, or GMs on what they should expect from their salespeople, right? And then also I do hotel site selection as well. So I assist companies and organizations with finding that right hotel for their meeting, for their convention, conference, retreat, or whatever. So those are kind of some of the things that I do. And if you have any questions at all, you can always email me at russell@russellofhotels.com. So there you go. So who's your best brand advocate? Now, this is another scene at Mystic, Connecticut. So this is actually walking to that place where we had the lunch outside. So this is the Seaport Village, or Seaport or something. I think it's called Seaport. So as you can see, if it pans over to the left, you can see some of the water. You can see water in the distance, right? So we just came in a different way and then came around. So that's what this is. So who's your best brand advocate? I gave you a couple of minutes to think about that. Well, you are, right? You have to be your best brand advocate, because if you're not, no one else is going to be. If you're not excited about who you are and what you're doing and the brand that you represent, no one else will be, right? If you just, oh, I'm with XYZ company or CVB and blah, 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 blah. If you're not excited about it, why do you think somebody else needs to be excited about it? Why do you think your sales aren't going up? You need to be excited about it. Have some enthusiasm, like, hey, I'm Russell of Hotels. I do this talk show called On Air with Russell of Hotels. You need to check it out, right? I talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of the hospitality industry. Or, I used to work in 14 different hotels, right? I started off as a housekeeping manager, worked my way up to general manager. Then I was a director of sales and marketing and this and that, and I did this and that, blah, 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 blah. That just shows you're excited about it, right? So you got to be your best brand advocate, because if you're not excited about your brand or what you're doing, no one else is going to be. Okay, so did I get my point across, right? So hopefully I did. So what are you doing to keep your brand relevant? So say you are your best brand you are your best brand advocate. What are you doing to keep your brand relevant? Well, what I do is On Air with Russell of Hotels. So that's one of the things that I do. I have a podcast or a digital talk show that I do every week. Well, I do this show every week, right? So On Air with Russell of Hotels comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, okay, PST on the East Coast. I mean, on the West Coast, 4 o'clock on the East Coast. So, so that's one thing that I do, right? But I also do a daily check-in. So the daily check-ins are on the days that I don't do this, right? So this is on Tuesday, Monday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I do the daily check-in, right? So that's done about in the afternoon sometime, like 12 o'clock, somewhere around there. But it's still on the same platform. It's still on LinkedIn. It's still on YouTube. But this show right here is about an hour long. Those shows about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. Sometimes they 10 minutes. It just depends on what I'm talking about, right? So, but every time I do a show, I'm showcasing a hotel or a destination. So how do you get on here? Like, say, I'm talking about Mohegan Sun. Everything's been about Mohegan Sun, right? How would you get on here? Well, you give me a call and we'll figure it out, right? How you get, your photos or your video or your name on here. Because like I said, I do this every single day, Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. I get roughly, because people always ask, well, what are the metrics? How many people are you reaching and all this and that, right? So it can be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 each post, okay, each show, 500 to 1,000. Let's just say it's 500, okay, 500 a day. 5 times 5 is 25. That's 2,500, right? In a week, that's 10,000 in a month. That's 120,000 in a year, okay. That's 120,000 postings, or what do you call them? Excuse me, I need to drink the water. I'm talking, and I'm a little parched. What is it called? They're not called postings. I mean, it would be a post, but it's called, darn it. I don't know why I can never think about what it's called. I'm going to come up with it in a minute. But that's 120,000 a year, right? And that's not counting how many times it's shared, how many times people will, it's shared through other people. That's not counting all that. So this roughly, let's just say 120,000 impressions is the word I'm looking at. Okay, impressions. Okay, it's 120,000 impressions a year. Okay, let's just say that. Just doing it 5 days a week. And that's not including that I repost this same content on Twitter, on Facebook, YouTube, and then of course here on LinkedIn. So that's not counting the other ones, right? So that's not counting any postings that I do. That's not counting any stories that I do. So, I mean, if you're interested in that, then hey, just reach out. I don't know how I got on all that, but if you're interested in that, just reach out and touch somebody's hand. Anyway, what do you? How do I increase my social media engagement? Okay, so you're talking about social media. You guys know I'm a big proponent of social media. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here doing this, right? So you always say, how do you reach people? What's the best way to reach people? Is it going to trade shows? Yeah, trade shows are great, right? But what about the times you're not at a trade show? What do you do then? Just wait to another trade show? Let's say you go to 10 trade shows a year. Okay, that's great. How many people do you see 10 at a 10 trade shows. How many people do you see? How many people do you actually see and engage with? I don't know. I don't know. 100, 200, 1,000? I don't know. I mean, I just told you I reached 120,000 people, right? So do you reach 120,000 people? So this enhances what you do already. Say you just meet 1,000 people, and that's 10,000 because you do 10 shows, right? That's 10,000 people. All right. Okay, that's fine. Let's take that 10,000 people. But then what happens when you don't meet people, right? Or okay, so now I'm gonna get in this social media world, right? And I'm gonna start, sending out my brand information. I represent this CVB, I represent this hotel or whatever, this brand or whatever. So now you're getting people that are engaging more, right? So now instead of just reaching that 10,000 people that you reach face to face, which is great, face to face is the best, right? But you're never going to reach as many people as you can on social media. You're just not, right? Because you're going to forget some things to talk about, and sometimes people don't have time, but they have time on social media to look at your stuff, right? Providing that it's engaging, it's something they want to see, right? So you got to be creative about how you do it, but you have to be consistent, right? You got to start out being consistent, okay? So it's not like one posting fits all. You got to be consistent. You got to post damn near all the time, at least 5 days a week, right? Let's say 5 days a week on different platforms. So you got to add value as well. Make sure you're adding value. What do people want to see? People that you communicate with, or people that follow you, or people you follow. What do you want to see? Add value, to them. Enhance their day, whatever the heck that even means, right? You got to be creative. Only you can come up with that stuff, right? And then, what am I doing? I went backwards. Consistency. Okay, there you go. Man, I don't know what the heck I hit. But anyway, consistency, add value, whatever that is, and be authentic. That comes back to being you, right? There's only one Russell of Hotels, right? You can't be him, and you don't want to be him, right? So if whoever you are, be the best you can be, right? Be that authentic person, because that's what people are going to buy you before they buy whoever or whatever you're representing, okay? They're going to buy you. So you got to be true to whoever you are. You got to be authentic. Don't be fake. Be your authentic self, okay? Don't be fake, because people can figure it out. Even on social media, people can figure out, oh, that's a fake Jake ass dude. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for saying that, but yeah, that dude, oh man, he's fake. He think he's doing this, he's doing that. And that's one thing about social media. There's people that can show that that's not their authentic self, but that, right? But we look at some of these people just because it's entertainment, okay? We know he ain't doing all that. But let's just get to me, right? I'm here, right? I was here, okay? Some people saw me there, right? So I took these pictures, I took these videos, so I can come back and compile it into this show and show you exactly where I was. These are one-on-one appointments, right? So I'm a hotel site selection. I'm a buyer. So I represent companies and organizations that are looking for hotels or destinations to have their meetings, their retreats, all that kind of stuff, right? So these are actually hotels and CVBs or DMOs that we're meeting with, okay? So this is all about networking, all about learning each other, what you're looking for, what they're looking for, and that's what it's all about, right? So this is actually a place that I was at, right? So it's not, none of this stuff is fake, right? It actually did happen, okay? It did. I was there, okay? So be consistent, add value, and be authentic. Be your authentic self. Use various platforms, okay? I don't like being canceled, okay? I don't like this whole thing of platforms canceling you, and I've been canceled before. So what does that mean, okay? I've been canceled on Instagram before, meaning I got suspended. Like they said I was doing something wrong, and you can't do this, or you're infringing on this, and I'm like, what? No. Well, give me well, if you want to explain it, you go ahead and explain what you did, and so I try to explain it, but they don't give you a space to explain it. I'm like, so I just took the suspension, right? So I took it, and I said, you know what? From this point on, because they control it, it's their platform. It's not my platform. It's not our platform. It's theirs. It belongs to whoever. If it's Instagram, it's Instagram. If it's Twitter, it's Twitter's. If it's LinkedIn, it's LinkedIn. So try to work within the rules sometimes even if we work within the rules, we get canceled because they think you did something that you really didn't do. But anyway, so what that made me learn was don't put everything on one platform. I mean, I still use, Instagram and all that, but I don't use it as much anymore. I put my content on probably at least 3 different platforms consistently, okay? Because I don't want to be canceled again. But if you do get canceled, that's fine because you're still posting on 2 other platforms. So that's fine. So I started to use more TikTok. Okay, I use more TikTok, less Instagram. Okay, all right. Well, hey, that's just it. It is what it is. So I use Facebook, I use TikTok, I use LinkedIn, I use YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, that's 5 or 6, right? So, but I don't use them all consistently, but I do use probably 3 consistently. So, am I saying that you should do that? No, I'm saying you should use at least 2. I'm definitely saying that. It's the same content, right? So I can take this one video that I did. It's gonna last an hour. Okay, I got 7 minutes to go. I'm gonna take the same video and put this on other platforms. That's it. One video, multiple platforms. So I think that's the easy thing to do. Who's hiring? Real quick. Who's hiring? And these jobs are in the LA area. Mosaic and Maison 140. Those are hotels that are across the street from each other in Beverly Hills. They're looking for an ops manager. So the Mosaic / Maison 140. They're looking for an ops manager. LA Athletic Club, which is downtown. They're looking for an area director of sales. Fairmont Santa Monica. I love that hotel, Fairmont Santa Monica. Don't you guys love that? They're looking for a director of sales. A Loft and the Fairfield Inn, dual property. They're looking for an area DOS. So a Loft and Fairfield Inn at LAX. They're looking for an area DOS. That's director of sales. Casa del Mar in Santa Monica. I love that hotel too. They're looking for F&B manager, food and beverage person. And then Conrad, downtown LA. That's probably the newest hotel downtown LA, the Conrad, which is the flagship of the Hilton. So Conrad, downtown LA, they're looking for a sales coordinator. That's always a good thing. And then I always talk about non-meat eats. Now, you guys know I don't eat meat, right? Or maybe you didn't know that, but you know that now, right? I have a vegan, diet. Okay, I'm not going to say I have a vegan lifestyle, but I have a vegan diet. I eat, I don't eat meat. So Mohegan Sun, whoever the chef is, I don't know who he is or she is, but they did a hell of a job. So thank you so much to Mohegan Sun. Let me just because they did a great job as far as the food was concerned. I had so many options. For every meal, I had an option to eat. Because sometimes I go to these shows, I'll be honest, I go to some trade shows and I barely have, they give you a salad, right? Or that's the only option. And the salad is no variety, and it's just a bland salad, you know what I mean? But they had salad, they had Brussels sprouts, they had chili that was made with sweet potato. Oh my God, I don't even know. It tastes like it had so much meat in it, it was ridiculous. But it had no meat in it. It had sweet potatoes, right? But it had the taste of a meaty chili. So it was so good. And everything from that point on, that was the opening reception. From that point on, breakfast was good, lunch was great. And they would let me know ahead of time, hey, for lunch we have this for you. Hey, we're gonna have this on the buffet. Hey, this and that. And they made it a point to tell me because they asked for your dietary restrictions. And of course I said I'm a vegan, right? I'm plant-based, right? So they came up to me and told me, hey, these are things. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Rita, thank you, David. Thank you, people from Destination East. I appreciate that. And definitely thank you to the Mohegan Sun chef and the kitchen staff for putting everything together. Okay, so anything that had to do with food and beverage, I appreciate it. No, I do. Really, I do. You have no idea how much I do. So I came back full. You know what I mean? Sometimes I come back, I'm still hungry. But I came back, I was full, right? So anyway. This is Mr. Connecticut again. This is the waterfront. Oh my God, I love this. Just that view right there. It gave me kind of a Dawson's Creek vibe. Remember the show Dawson's Creek? I don't want to wait to the world to be over. Something like that. I can't remember. There's a theme song for that. But yeah, this kind of gave me that vibe, right? And I was telling my daughter about it. She goes, it kind of like Gilmore Girls. Like I don't even remember. I don't watch Gilmore Girls, so whatever. Halls of, what is the name of the city? I can't think of the town, but anyway, she would tell me all this stuff. But yeah, kind of like Gilmore Girls, wasn't it? Kind of in New England. I said, yeah, it was New England. Yeah, Gilmore Girls. No, I said it gave me a Dawson's Creek vibe. Okay, so that's what I got. So, but anyway, but I had a good time. So, 3 P's, and I'm almost done. We're almost done, and I gotta run. No, 3 P's. This is Russell of Hotels. 3 P's: purpose, passion, and perseverance. Purpose: know why you do what you're doing. I know I do this show because I want people to see that the different areas of hospitality. Hospitality Unplugged, right? This is, I mean, I talk about everything hotels, everything destinations or CVD, service related things, things that are coming in the industry, different trends and things like that. So my job is to share this stuff with you as I'm doing what I, do as far as hotel site selection. So to me, this is all, it goes hand in hand, like hotel site selection and posting content. To me, it goes hand in hand because when I go to a destination or to a hotel or a destination like this, Mystic, Connecticut, I let the world know. So whoever's out there wants to listen, that wants to see, I'm going to show where I go. I'm going to show where I go. So yeah, so that's my purpose. That's the purpose for why I do this. And people can come on the show and they can talk about their careers, how they got started. No two people got in this industry alike. And we love, content for that. People come on and share their stories. It's great. So that's the purpose. Passion. Either you have it or you don't. And if you don't have passion for what you do, you know what you should do? Go do something else. That's it. I can't fake the fun. I can't say nothing else about that. And perseverance. Be consistent. Continue to evolve. Don't give up. And swerve when you need to. What is swerving? You know how people may be listening to the first time, right? People say, oh, I had to pivot. I had to do this. What is pivoting? Pivoting means you got in this crap and now you got to just, oh my God, I got to go this way. I got to go that way. No, swerving is that you see something in the horizon that doesn't align with you. Okay. Let me go around it. That's called swerving. Okay. So that's the difference between pivoting and swerving. I don't pivot. I swerve. Okay. So on air with Russell of Hotels, we swerve. We don't pivot. Okay. So there you go. So once again, hold on. I'm sorry. Once again, thank you again, Mystic, Connecticut. I want to thank the CVB, the DMO for that area. I mean, they did a great job of showcasing their area. If I have something in that area, definitely I would not think twice about putting something in this area, especially at the Mohegan Sun, because I stayed there. I experienced it. I experienced Mystic, Connecticut. I experienced the Rhode Island Airport in Providence. That was great. It's easy in and out. It's not like LAX or any of these other airports. It's easy in and out. So, and I appreciate that. But it's a smaller, community, smaller town. So I ain't trying to dog out LAX. That's my home airport. Okay, so I love LAX. So, but no, Providence, Rhode Island did a great job as well. So easy to get in, easy to get out. So appreciate you. And then I want to thank my sponsor again, who's Level Hotel, downtown LA. GoStayingLevel.com. That's the website. Always book on the website. Always book direct. Use that promo code ROH23. Give you that Russell of Hotels rate. So you can't beat that, right? Follow me. If you don't follow me on LinkedIn, please do so. If you don't subscribe to my channel on YouTube, please do that as well. And RussellofHotels.com. That is my website. So yeah. So thank you guys for joining. Once again, this was show number 225, right? Who would have thought it? But we're here. We're at 225, and next week will be 226. Okay, so there you go. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys got some value from the show. If not, tune in again next week, because I'll give me another shot. Okay. Maybe I'll disappoint you next week as well. So anyway, you guys have a great week. Thank you again. Remember, the daily check-in is tomorrow through the end of the week. It's going to be around 12 o'clock, and I talk about different things as well, but it just doesn't go as long, right? So you guys have a great day, and take it away. That's it. Peace.
Thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Please tune in every Tuesday at 1 p.m. as we talk to other hospitality professionals. Your feedback is important to Russell. Feel free to email him at russell@russellofhotels.com with any questions or suggestions. Until next time, try not to be a person of success, rather become a person of great value.